My name is Nassine Sabs.
Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it has, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see.
You're free, and freedom is beautiful. And, you know, it'll take time to restore chaos and order, but order out of chaos, but we will.
And we wave our hands. So now you understand why the rappers are rapidly repeating and rhyming words. The continuous motion and flow, which is why the rapper raps and flows. The rapid, repetitive motion and recycling and repeating. So this is why we have the spinning, recycling record of Ray, which records as a record, a moment in time. So it's an LP, which of course is 12 inches, and runs at 33 1/3 RPMs. So now you'll understand why they say he ran that race in record time. And by the way, the first LP was unveiled on June 21st, 1948, the summer solstice. And by the way, since you understand the truth about the inversion of the opposite character, you'll understand why they play records in reverse and then say that it's going to have a satanic message. So for those who are wondering what the difference between rap and rap is and how they're exactly alike, allow me to explain. So today we know the earth revolves around the sun, but of course the ancients thought the sun revolved around the earth, and one of these cycles was always celebrated as a year, and that's why we celebrate a birthday, for example. So on these dates, at the end of the cycle, we received a gift, a present, which of course is always wrapped up, because it's at the end when you wrap things up, like the red bow on a wreath, which marks the end as well as the beginning. Thus the ancient rituals of the golden bow, or the bow that we put on our presents, which of course is why they also have ribbons. So you place the ribbon on the outside when you're all finished and done, just like our ribs, by the way. So anyway, that's why the Bible has doomsday, the end of days, you know, the end time prophecies, the final battle, you know, Revelations, Apocalypse, and Armageddon. It all is talking about the end times, the end of the age, the end of a cycle, not the end of the world and not the end of time. So now you'll understand that in a race, at the end, at the finish line, you run through the ribbon. And at the very, very end of the race, they place the ribbon around your neck, either gold, silver, or bronze. And I've explained this in my past videos, but the serpent is the garland or the ribbon that we wrap around our Christmas trees. And by the way, for those that don't know, Apollo was the god of music. And for obvious reasons, the sun has a repetitive pattern, like a tempo or a beat, like the repetitive patterns and the rhyming, which of course has the etymological root of ray. Now of course, all rappers rap with their mouth. So when we take a look at Ra or Re, the sun god, in the Egyptian hieroglyphic form, you'll notice that the letter R, or the resh, is the symbol for the mouth, meaning speech. So, of course, the best rapper gets the golden crown, the seated king, the reaper, the slayer, the one who destroyed his enemies to be throned and crowned as king. The Hebrew word kara means to speak out or to call out. And the word for reap is katsar, like the red sun of the sardine stone. So Ra was the divine name. His name was the hidden name, the secret name, the unspoken name of God. So the unspoken, hidden, true, secret name of Ra was actually given to the goddess Isis. So Ra's hidden divine name, his secret name, gave him the power to create by merely speaking them into existence.
We're watching the concert. Jason Aldean had just come on stage, and everybody's excited and yelling and screaming, and we saw something that looked like fireworks. It sounded like fireworks over the side. It was like really weird.
I saw his face when he was going to sing, and he saw we heard the pop, 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 and everybody thought it was fireworks.
And I just heard this gunshot just start raining down, and it was a semi-automatic, and it just was like they sounded like firecrackers, but you could tell.
Heard the gunshots. Brian, good to see you again, and just remind people of what you saw.
Hey, Robin, I'll do my best. I can't even believe how many people were killed. But so I was sitting in the VIP section, and it was right near the stage, and I heard a popping sound. Thought it was fireworks. I looked up in the sky, didn't see anything.
We were standing there, and it was a gorgeous night. And there was a nice breeze, and that's all I was thinking of. The band was playing great, and all of a sudden I heard this pop, pop, pop. And I looked at my friend, and I said, I don't know if that's fireworks. It's just, everybody was looking around, and then the music started playing, so we thought, yeah, it was just fireworks.
Describe to me where you were last night and what was going on around you.
So we were right in the middle of the crowd, a few feet away from the stage, maybe, 50 feet away. And all of a sudden, you heard everyone keep saying, it sounded like firecrackers. And, the second I heard the shots, I actually turned to start running, but no one else was. And a lot of people were vaping, and so you saw that smoke and you thought, okay, maybe it's just firecrackers.
Here. Well, we were at center stage, right at the front, just dancing away, having a good time. Jason was playing. And all of a sudden we heard pop, 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 countless of times. And we all thought it was firecrackers. And then it kept on going, and then he quiet for a bit, and then he fired another 15, 20 rounds, and that's when we realized it was a fully automatic. Sounded like a high-powered rifle, so we just...
They started shooting. Everybody thought it was like fireworks or something at first, and then people just started dropping around us.
Sitting out here on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden there was I thought fireworks, and then I saw a window come out and flash out everywhere, and then two.
When we were there, Jason Aldean was performing. He was like 10 minutes in, and we heard what we thought were fireworks, and it looked like smoke from Mandalay Bay. And then he kept performing, and then we heard it again, and they cut the music, and everyone said drop, and everyone.
I mean, at first I just thought it was fireworks, and no one was freaking out or anything, and then all of a sudden you just heard rapid gunfire, and I've never heard anything like that before.
Brianna, you were here for your 21st birthday.
Yes, that's correct.
Tell me a little bit about what you saw, what you heard.
We went back up to the room, and as soon as we reached the room from the concert venue, we just heard constant shootings. At first we thought it was fireworks, but then it was shooting.
Marty, what are you thinking?
Marty.
It was tough. I was standing next to Daniel during the concert, and when the shots happened, I thought initially there were fireworks, but then I realized there was no flashes, no bright lights or anything, so I didn't know what it was, and everybody around me fell down, and I kind of started looking around, and I heard somebody say they were shooting.
Fellow Americans, we are joined together today in sadness, shock, and grief. Last night, a gunman opened fire on a large crowd at a country music concert in Las Vegas, Nevada. Some kind of light in the darkness. But we can take solace knowing that even the darkest space can be brightened by a single light, and even the most terrible despair can be illuminated by a single ray of hope.
The night of the movie theater shooting.
What I experienced in that movie theater, when I experienced the light come in, the darkness very much ran. I mean,
some kind of light in the darkness.
I want them to see me in light instead of darkness.
Some kind of light in the darkness.
And ran when he heard the gunshots. Brian, good to see you again, and just remind people of what you saw.
Hey, Robin, I'll do my best. I can't even believe how many people were killed. But, so I was sitting in the VIP section, and it was right near the stage, and I heard a popping sound. Thought it was fireworks. I looked up in the sky, didn't see anything. I was worried. Jason Aldean stopped singing. There was kind of a gap in his song. It was very surreal. I knew something was wrong, and then I heard shots fire, like just going off, like they were right on top of us. So I ran to the front.
And freedom is beautiful. And, you know, it'll take time to restore chaos and order. But we're order out of chaos, but we will.
Was in the club last night?
Yes, he was.
Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. I've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning.
We were standing there, and it was a gorgeous night. And there was a nice breeze, and that's all I was thinking of. The band was playing great, and all of a sudden I heard this pop, pop, pop. And I looked at my friend, and I said, I don't know if that's fireworks.
I've been waiting. I'm waiting by the emergency room to see if anybody gets called in.
It's just, you know, everybody was looking around, and then the music started playing, so we thought, yeah, it was just fireworks. But then the next thing I know, I took a shot, like I felt it, and then my hip gave out, I guess because the pelvic fractured.
Being at Juan's funeral as well after visiting with the president was emotional, and then being at Juan's funeral. So Juan was buried today? Well, or the funeral they're both. The funeral was today. Right. The funeral was, yeah, for him was today. Today was an emotional day with being at Juan's funeral as well after visiting with the president was emotional, and then being at Juan's funeral. So Juan was buried today? Well, or the funeral they're both. The funeral was today. Right. The funeral was, yeah, for him.
And I fell to the ground. That's all I remember. And I looked down, and I could see I was bleeding. And the reality was, I'd been shot.
Was in the club last night?
Yes, he was.
Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. I've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning.
And everybody was just, oh, those poor people. Everybody was just running.
Yeah, yeah, when you feel my heat, look into my eyes, it's where my demons hide, it's where my demons hide. Don't get too close, it's dark inside, it's where my demons hide. It's It's where my demons hide.